Welcome to another episode of ILTACON Europe TV. My name is Beth Ann Stubbe, and today I'm joined by Karen Jacks. Karen is our co-chair for ILTACON Europe 2023. Karen, welcome.
Hi, Beth Ann. So I'm Karen Jacks. I'm the CTO of Bird & Bird.
And how did you get to ILTACON Europe? I mean, we've been here for 16 years, but coming on as a co-chair is a great advantage for us. We're thrilled to have you. How did you find the role?
So Damien Behan, my co-chair, I used to work with Damien years ago. He worked at Bird & Bird before he moved up as heading up IT in Brody. So I know Damien very well. I know Andrew and Tony very well. We have a little breakfast club, and they started hinting that Andrew was ready to stand down after many years of service. I've also been involved with ILTA as part of the European Advisory Group, so I was fairly embedded in ILTA anyway. So Damien then gave me a call and persuaded me that it would only take an hour or two a month, and it would be amazing. So yes, I was delighted and quite flattered, actually, to be asked.
So he lied about the timing, which was kind of him. Yes, okay. So as I mentioned, we're in our 16th year. We're back this year at Allen Overy. Can you talk to me a little bit about how the program has changed from last year?
So we've kept a similar style agenda where we've basically continued what was a change for last year, but continued that change because it was very well received, where we've actually gone out and found some expert sort of keynote speakers across a whole range of topics. So last year we had all manner of speakers covering all different and interesting topics, and not just making them about legal IT and legal tech, but a bit more diverse topics. So we've carried that on. So Damien and I have had great fun, actually, in talking about what the topics might be, and then finding some really good speakers who are expert in this space. We've got we've just got a really good range of speakers covering topics from generative AI, not surprisingly, through to how consumers and retail works, through to performance leadership, linking through to sporting, through to data, big data and sustainability. So a real mix of topics, and as I said, some great speakers.
That sounds like we're covering really not only the depth and breadth of legal technology, but we're looking a little bit further down the line for people's self-care, well-being, and really kind of the idea that legal technology as a whole has had to evolve a little bit, specifically from the pandemic. What are you looking forward to most?
Well, I'm looking forward to just always meeting with all my peer group and networking. It was such a good atmosphere last year, I think, particularly because that was one of the first events post-pandemic, and we were all very glad to be close to each other and off Zoom. I'm really looking forward to some of the speakers. I've seen two of these speakers before, and they were really quality, really entertaining. And looking forward to some socialising at the end, some networking, and generally catching up, which I think is what's one of the biggest parts of ILTA is. It's the peer-to-peer networking is what we all enjoy.
And I think that kind of connection is something that you can only get in person. It's great to be able to talk, via Zoom and kind of go over things and hash it out, but the real connections come in the room.
Definitely. I mean, both from within each other, seeing different people from different organisations. We're seeing lots of registrations coming through where we have a variety of roles registering, because this isn't just for CTO, CIO. We're looking at heads of knowledge, we're looking at heads of development, CISOs, the whole range, and we're seeing lots of registrations reflecting that what we really want to achieve there. And I think that also is really good, because you then get to meet different roles from the different firms, and I think that's really good for everybody.
I think the emerging role conversation is something that we're going to have a little bit of a discussion with on site. But how do you think a first timer should approach this event?
I think they should definitely make sure they're there nice and early, get their coffee and their cake. definitely sit in on all the speakers, because they will not be bored by this. There'll be some great speakers, some great Q&A, but really take the opportunity to talk, have a look at what the in the vendor space, and just mingle around the coffee space. The noise levels around the coffee area are always quite high. I think everybody is all up for chatting to each other, but don't just be with your colleagues, go and just introduce yourself to others. One thing that we're really promoting this year as well is the special interest groups, because we've got some really good stuff coming out from there. We just had a Women in Tech event, which was lovely, drinking and nice canapes on the roof terrace of a law firm was very pleasant. And we're really trying to give a push there. So within the coffee area, there'd be an opportunity to learn more about those special interest groups that may relate to you or anyone in your team.
That's fantastic. It's a great event to attend as a first timer or from the C-suite. Karen, thank you so much for your time. And we will roll back with both you and Damien a few more times before we come up to November.
Great. Nice to catch up again, Beth Ann.
Thank you.